Hello there, Svetlana. Right then, for your task 2, speaking, I think there's a few techniques. One, do some visualizations. Jump onto Google and research how to do visualizations. It's a bit like NLP, if you've ever heard of that. Do some research. Practice with your friend, of course. Record it. You can even practice videoing yourself. And if you go to Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and put in IELTS speaking, there's a wonderful lady called Lila, and she can give you send your recording to her. She analyzes it and gives you some feedback. Okay, an American lass, and she's really cool. Just tell her that I sent you, and yeah, it's worth a shot. It's $5. It's pennies. Let's go. So, Bromley police seek to return suspected stolen medals to their rightful owner. Okay, the medals plural, to their rightful owner. Police would like to find the rightful owner of a gold love heart watch. Good. The UK turns to social media to reunite lost bunny with rightful owner. Genius. Yeah, here we could have said to rightful owner. Okay. So I said to the rightful owner. The subject, okay, I would include the subject. I think with newspaper headlines, or maybe in a newspaper environment, you probably wouldn't need it, okay, but if we're writing, I definitely include it. Small company in Michigan has filed a lawsuit and claiming that it is the rightful owner of the patent. Yeah. Okay, good work. Let's go. The 3 pie charts represent the distribution of spending for 6 different public sectors. 6 different public departments: education, community care, social services, environment, leisure and other, in 3 counties in northern England. Very good. In 2014. Of the 3 regions, Yorkshire spent the most on education, followed by Lancashire, finally Derbyshire. And finally Derbyshire. Is there a way we could have avoided saying Derbyshire? Maybe started here with Lancashire, yeah, just to reorganise it a bit, just for eloquence more than anything. Oops, daisy. Let's go. Derbyshire spent just over a third of the county's budget on leisure. Yorkshire spent a quarter, and Lancashire slightly more than a third. Okay, so we should have said something like, regarding leisure, Derbyshire spent just over a third of the country's budget, Yorkshire spent a quarter, and Lancashire slightly more than a third. Full stop. Okay, Derbyshire also spent a significant part on community care, reaching 20%, while the other 2 spent considerably less. Oh, sorry, in this case. Or here, I would have grouped it as saying, Yorkshire and Derbyshire spent significant amounts on community care, reaching around 20%, or roughly reaching around 20% each, while Lancashire was considerably less at 12%. Okay. All 3 counties spent almost the same proportion on the environment, between 5 and 10%. Derbyshire is a leader in this category. Social services expenditure was 15% for Yorkshire and just 3% for Derbyshire. Once again, maybe we could have grouped these. Although there is a difference here, it's not as big as this difference, which is like insanely lower, I would say. But we could have just grouped it for convenience sake anyway. Let's see, Derbyshire represents the lowest of the 3. Good. Regarding the category of other, wonderful way to put it. A lot of students have difficulties with that. The amounts were broadly similar, representing between 7 and 10% for each of the 3. Genius! Wonderful! Excellent work there, Svetlana. Awesome. Overall, amongst the 3 regions, the greatest proportion of budget was distributed on education and leisure, followed by the environment and social services, representing the lowest. Good. Nowadays, almost in every country, people have access to public education, which provides essential knowledge and experience for younger generations. However, many people think that many people think it's alright, I guess, or maybe believe, or argue, or note, or observe, or believe, maybe, believe the old education system is out of date and should be changed. Full stop. Okay, these issues will be discussed in the essay using private schools and home-based education as examples to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Wonderful, wonderful. Good. On the one hand, state schools are free of charge and provide equal opportunities to every student. However, they do not keep the subject the same. They do not open the they do not broaden horizons for their attendees or for their students, would be more eloquent. Studying at state schools often is accompanied with large class sizes of up to 35 people per class, which is different in private schools, which are limited to 15. This fact demonstrates that people at public schools suffer from a lack of teachers' attention, which usually decreases performance levels. Thus, it is obvious that private schools with a meticulous system of education, I wouldn't say it's meticulous, changing it from 35 to 15, I would have said private schools with their ability to provide more teachers per pupil, are more equipped to help children succeed. Okay. Also, in the next essay, let's see if you could squeeze in a collocation like ample evidence. Yeah, there is ample evidence that suggests that public schools with class sizes of 35 perform considerably poorer than private schools with blah blah blah. Okay, just try and squeeze in the collocation ample evidence. Let's go. Another good example in favour of alternative education is home-based. Education. So another example in favour of alternatives is home-based education with an individual orientation for the student. Maybe studying one-to-one can easily indicate hidden talents, or identify maybe, of a person or a student or a pupil or a young learner. Okay, be more specific, and help develop them further. For example, home-based education effectiveness research group, okay, just to make it crystal clear that we are speaking about an organisation and not type of research, demonstrates that home-educated children are usually superior to their superior sounds a bit snobbish. Maybe you could say usually outperform their school-attending peers in social and communicative skills, social maturity, and personal confidence, and okay, massive list there. So maybe we could have made that list parallel, okay, and it would have sounded a bit better. Have a look at the sentence guide for parallelism. Thus, it is obvious that home-based education with individual attention for each student is considerably more effective than traditional school attendance. Good. Okay, not bad. But we haven't really mentioned much about... Oh yeah, we have. We said that they're going to identify creativity or creative talents. Not bad. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that that alternatives to schooling systems, or the alternatives to traditional schooling systems, such as private and home-based education, have the right to exist. However, traditional schools still remain a good, bad, big and small. Let's try and improve the vocabulary. So we could say still remain a viable source of education due to their availability to everyone, due to their open access policy. Yeah, something like that. Genius work there, Svetlana. You should be proud of those essays. They're much better. They're so good that I'm suspicious that it's taking you more than 40 minutes to write the task 2, or more than an hour in total. Okay, if you are writing them in more than an hour, no worries. Let's just try and get it down to an hour for writing both of them. And if you are spending an hour to write both of them, genius, fantastic. I'm really happy. So let's keep going, let's keep pushing. And remember to try and include ample evidence. If you want, write out 5 sentences beforehand, just a bit of research, just so you get a better idea. Great work, keep pushing, keep going, you're doing fantastic.